Okay, my name is Zakashi, guys, and in this video here we're going to be discussing the new Ultra coming out very soon, this Tuesday in fact, where there's going to be a reveals and stuff. Definitely tune in with me, because if it's this unit right here, I'm going to go crazy. But this video here is just talking about the simple fact that this anniversary has definitely felt different than any other anniversary, and it's not like they did exceptionally more than, for example, the first anniversary where they literally had a whole event based on revealing the units. It's mad. So for some reason this 5th anniversary has felt very special, and I feel like there's going to be something very good coming with this Ultra that's going to be the third and final part of the anniversary. I also want to point out that this video could age very well, or it could age very terribly in regards to this unit, but of course it's all just speculation, so don't hold me at gunpoint for the simple fact that I'm making a video. But yeah, hopefully you guys are going to enjoy this video, man. If you haven't already, make sure to press the subscribe button, man. We're on this grind to 75,000 subscribers. You already know what to do, man. If you're new here, press that red button, man. But I'm gonna leave it like that. Let's actually get into the video now. Okay, so as I log in here and do my dailies, because I haven't even opened the game yet, which is crazy, right? I think the first thing we should actually talk about is the simple fact of what we've already got in the anniversary. It's something that you should already know, but I think it's just good to do a recap considering we're going into the third part of the 5th anniversary. So first of all, we'll go through the banners. We got the Gold Freezer banner, which actually came out quite abysmal at the start. Jiren was very good, but of course there was a little bit of a mix up with the Gold Freezer unit, and then obviously he got buffed up to hell, and now he's just like the best unit in the game. That's part 1. We did also have the other side characters like Kasura and Kawhi. Cool. Part 2, we got the 2 superhero banners, so not 1, and I think that's really what's made me feel like this third part is going to be insane, because they haven't done 2 banners in a very long time, probably since Blue Bros and what's the other unit, Sword of Hope Trunks. We actually got a Zenkai, so that's very interesting overall. So those are the 3 banners we've got in just 2 parts, and that's not to include that all the extra stuff that they actually provided for the anniversary to make it just feel overall entertaining and just fulfilling. Like, the game felt actually fun, at least to me. We've gotten a lot of things. So we got the Legends Tuesday, we got the spin thing and the login, we got loads of tickets, even though I think they suck personally. The PvP season's been a lot more hectic, maybe boring or like annoying, but I think the big fact is that everybody's playing the game. The fact that people are playing the game shows that the game is at least somewhat entertaining in some way, shape or form. The events, they've been doing a lot with those, the free-to-play units, the CC they've been giving out, probably the most they've ever given out in a month, and they actually gave out, I believe, 30,000 Chrono Crystals in the month of June, which is crazy. You can get up your friendship rank. There's a lot of equipment for any type of team you're trying to build. They're rerunning ultras, they added extra rushes. There's so much going on in just the first 2 parts of the anniversary, which is why it makes me feel like the Ultra or whatever it is going to be a very big deal, and we all need to tune in for what it's going to be. Okay, so what I wanted to talk about is the new reveals and stuff that's actually coming out, and I wanted to talk about what they actually wrote in the paragraph when they write the news and they say the URL is going to come out soon and whatnot. So this is the old one, like from the part 2 where they actually dropped the superhero units, and before we actually got the actual reveals and stuff, they wrote here breaking news. And what I wanted to point out is I don't think I've ever seen the breaking news before. It feels very new to me, but hey, I think they've only started doing it since the 5th anniversary, and that kind of makes sense. It's half a decade. But here it says reveals and stuff special edition 2023 part 2, and it says the time it will air, and it just says the latest info for the 5th anniversary campaign will be released for all to see. So they don't really go into it that much, but let's actually scroll up to what the new reveals and stuff post is about. So it says here breaking news, reveals and stuff special edition 2023 part 3. So it's an actual whole part. I don't think they did a part 3. They didn't label it as part 3 when it was Ultra Super Vegito. That was last year, I think, if I remember correctly. Ultra Super Vegito was last year. It says here it will air on the 11th of July, so that's 2 days. I'll be live for that reveal. I will be live, so definitely tune in. It's at 2 p.m. UTC, so I believe in the UK that's 3 p.m, but I'll be live 2 hours before. So if you see me live, turn your notifications on. I will be live and you can tune in. Hopefully you don't have school or anything like that. It says here info on the last new character for the 5th anniversary and the results for Legends anniversary chance time. URL shared on official social media later. Now the big thing that people are pointing out, it says last new character, and I feel like we shouldn't dive too much into this, but we're gonna assume that it's grammatically correct. In past cases they've actually like kind of messed up the grammar, so what they wrote wasn't exactly the case. So because it obviously specifies last new character, that implies there's only 1 character coming out and there's nothing else coming out. So I'm gonna roll with that. But in previous cases, I can't remember exactly when, but I'm certain there's been a time where it said there'll be a character coming, the new character info. It doesn't say characters info, so it's like, is that specific to what they mean? I'm just gonna assume it is though. So we're gonna be getting one new character, most likely the Ultra that everybody's worried about, and this is kind of a big thing that I've already gone ahead and tweeted one of these options here, and I feel like if it's one of these two, regardless, I feel like they'll have something to make them a lot more broken. Now I could see it going either way, I'm not even gonna lie. People think that like I'm so stuck on Ultra Vegito Blue and he's all I can see, I'm so like deluded in a sense. No, like of course it's what I want, you're gonna root for what you want, but I could actually see Fusion Zamasu actually being the Ultra for multiple reasons, but for the same reasons and some few similar different, I could see Ultra Vegito Blue coming as the Ultra as well. So in the comment section, I think I'm going to end this segment of the video saying, which one do you think it's going to be? Are you on the VB hater wave, so you're picking Fusion Zamasu? Bear in mind they're both Fusion Warriors. I think that's the big thing that people don't actually see. They both have the Fusion tag, not Fusion Warrior, they both have the Fusion tag in their tags that you select. So are you a VB hater and you're going for the Merge Zamasu? You might not even be a VB hater, you might just think it's Merge Zamasu for XYZ reason. Or are you rooting for VB, the Supreme Blue Fusion, Mr. Yosha? It's tough in my opinion, So I'm obviously just gonna root for my guy. Naturally, people are gonna crucify me if it's not VB. Oh! But, hey, I've always been, for the most part, careful with my words to say that it's always an assumption. There's no guarantee that it's VB, and this guy, they share pretty much similar tags. Zamasu could be very, very good for powerful opponent, extremely good in fact, especially with the fact that we got Kid Buu and Hit. It would make our third summonable, not Broly exist. Damn, we already have 3 summonable powerful opponents, so that's kind of crazy. If you count Omega Shenron, it's actually 4, so maybe it could be VB to balance it out. We have Fusion Warriors and powerful opponents running the Ultra category. Interesting. Hey, I'm just throwing out stuff in you, so I'm speculating. Let me know what you guys think is most likely to be coming. If it's not these two, what else? But I think it's between these two, and I think everybody's kind of stuck on that. Okay, so I'm gonna use this last segment of the video to actually talk about why I genuinely think Ultra Vegito Blue would be better for the game. So this is in regards to the health of the game. I feel like naturally we have Merge Zamasu or Ultra Vegito Blue, whichever one you think it is, right? I think Vegito Blue would be more healthier for the game, and I'm not giving it from a biased point of perspective or like my opinion. I'm giving it in a factual basis. So listen to what I have to say and let me know if you think anything that I've said is actually like wild, or maybe I'm glazing. You guys be the judge and actually take what I'm saying. So right now, if we judge what the game's actually like, let's look at the God Tube. Most people are going to be using Go Freezer. Go Freezer, 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 Freezer, Go Freezer, Freezer, Go. I'm doing that too much, but you can see everybody using Go Freezer in somewhat shape or form, and with that they would actually make a team according to Go Freezer. So they might leader slot them and put him on another team, but that's a rare exception. So you're either going to see a Universe Rep team or pretty much a Freezer Force team if you're running Go Freezer, with the additional maybe UGB just because people want to sweat out purples because of the Zenkai buffs. But cool, in most cases you will see Go Freezer, and that basically made PvP in a very stale state. Now, I want to say that a good option that can actually beat Go Freezer is Kid Buu. You see a lot of Kid Buus all over the place. Kid Buu is actually very popular to counter Go Freezer because he's yellow and counters Goku, who you start with when you use Go Freezer. So overall, powerful opponent actually has a good chance. Let's not actually disregard the fact that also Ultra Hit is a powerful opponent that fits on that team, and then you can add anybody extra to your liking. Lots of people like to use Pan because obviously she's a good support unit. You can use Zamasu as well. He's a good powerful opponent unit. You get what I'm saying. So let's say there's 2 teams right now running the meta. It's any team with Go Freezer, and we're just gonna group everything that fits with him. And then we've got like powerful opponents, which is like Kid Buu. He's the best counter to go against Go Freezer. Outside of that, you don't really see any other strong team. Movies try to sneak in here and there, but most people are not doing crazy numbers with movies, let's be honest. I'm not saying movies is nowhere to be seen, but the Go Freezer teams and the Kid Buu teams are way more predominant in my opinion anyways. With that being the case, if we got a Fusion Zamasu, Zamasu will literally just buff up a team that already has potential to keep up, which is the powerful opponent team. And if we also got that guy, he would be wasted on teams that don't really do much. So he would work on Future, right? but you have to realize Fusion Zamasu has likeliness to not be a melee type unit. So if he's a range type, he'll just mess up Future, he'll mess up God Key. Even if he is a melee type, he's not doing nothing for God Key. So overall, I feel like that just makes the thing fall apart. Cool, let's go over to VB now and why I want to discuss why he's actually way more valuable for the game. His main team would be Fusion Warriors, as of a tag. His ultra ability will probably cater towards Fusion Warriors, but he'll fit on Future and he would fit on God Key as well. I think that's his main 3 tags. If we even look at Blue VB over here, we can grab his Z abilities and actually take that as an assumption as to what Ultra VB's Z ability and possible Ultra abilities could be. So here it's Fusion Warrior first, God Key, and then Future. So I would assume it's going to be Fusion Warrior naturally, because that would make the most sense. If it doesn't to you, I don't know why you think it'd be Future and God Key over Fusion Warrior. That's just me anyways. Even though he does Zenkai buff, I believe he Zenkai buffs God Key. Yeah, cool. He would be reviving teams that are worse off. Regardless, they're going to work on Future. Just want to point that out there. So don't say, oh, he's going to be working on Future as a rebuttal to anything I'm saying, because Zamasu will also be on Future. That's one thing that is they're equally sharing, so I'm just going to cancel it out. With God Key and Fusion Warriors, they're just worse off teams. Worse off teams. You can't run pure Fusion Warriors at the moment, even if you have UGB, USG, even if you have my Fusion Warrior team. No, and I'm not even giving you a vague. If you have my Fusion Warrior team, you can't get a Fusion Warrior team better than this, in my opinion. And I have substitute equipment if you want to complain that one of my equipments are not as great. You can't get a better Fusion Warrior than this. Even if I'm running triple Ultra Fusions, I do not stand a chance. I don't. It's crazy to say, right? Against these Gold Freezer guys, they're just mollywhopping me. Even Goku Black on his own will take out my whole team. And it's crazy that that's the case. UVB would be a replacement for the USG. Super Vegito, so USV will be run as like a support unit in a sense, where he just has the endurance layer. He's quite tanky, he heals, he can get his vanish back to get you an extra play. He also applies sustained damage up to the enemy, and then your main attackers will be UGB and UVB. I'm hoping more than anything else UVB has some type of support if it's him. But overall, he'll be reviving a team that is so mighty in a sense, but at the same time so weak. How can they have all these like Fusion Warrior-esque great celebration units and the team is not usable? But cool, let me not even get into the God Key tag here, because God Key is just a myth. And I also know that Fusion Zamasu will be on God Key as well, just to point that out there. I don't really need to get into this tag, but I just want to point out that really and truly, God Key is already a myth. So no matter what unit comes out, it's another thing that crosses over. I'm not going to include it because they both have, like, whatever you say to negate VB, it would work. I can negate it with Zamasu as well. If we look at God Key, it's just a mess. It's literally just a mess. I'm not even picking anybody out. I'm not going to pick out any units. But shout out this guy, yeah, for holding up with his Z ability, man. Shout out this guy with the HP. Cool. God Key is just a mess. So if that's like the main thing, I think it's overall going to be whack anyway. It's just going to be whack. So there's no point of buffing God Key. So I feel like for the game's health, Fusion will probably be the best team to bring up, as powerful opponents is already doing pretty good. Gold Freeze is running the game anyway. And if Fusion Warrior does something, then at least we can move the game in a slight different direction for a short while, and then it'll probably shift again for the festival. And in the festival, we've been very likely to get something else that isn't a Fusion Warrior. I'm not saying 100%, but it is possible. It is possible. But let me know what you guys think about that. I just simply think Fusion Warriors, out of all the tags that could come out between VB and Fusion Zamasu, it's the weakest, and it would be the best tag to benefit from a non-biased viewpoint. Let me know what you guys think. Now, I'm not going to speak long in this segment here, but I think the main thing when you think of something big coming for a unit is a new mechanic. Naturally, it's not just going to be some extra stats. It's going to be something new. What new mechanic could we see? If it's either or Fusion Zamasu or Ultra Vegito Blue, we could see a tag fusion unit. I don't think we'll get that personally, but it's something that could be realistic. I'm just putting it out there. I don't see them being like a transformation unit, because if it's VB, they'll put a timer on him and he's gonna stink. If it's Zamasu, he'll probably stay fused, so then it will be pretty cool. Tag unit into like a singular unit, and they use like the Boo Bros gauge. You guys know what I'm talking about, the Boo Bros gauge or the Gammas gauge, but instead of actually getting off a silly timer, you literally just transform. That could actually work as well. So that's pretty much all I had to say for this segment. It wasn't a log segment, but I think that's the main thing I could probably think about. Other than that, I could just go into details with like some random ideas, but this is like more of an event video more than anything else. But yeah, man, that's going to be the end of the video, man. Let me know what you guys think about the points I raised. Let me know what you think is coming. I'm scared. I'm not gonna lie, I'm scared. But I will be streaming the reveal 2 p.m. 3 p.m. in the UK, but it I'll be streaming earlier than that. So definitely pop through if you can, man. You don't want to miss this. I've been hyping this up since for January. I've been hyping this up since January. Just been without even a scope. My spatial awareness just sensed it that it's gonna be future, bro. So definitely tap in, bro. It's gonna be the craziest reveal. Oof, I'm stoked. I'm gonna leave the video like that, guys. I appreciate you guys for watching. Press the subscribe button if you haven't already. We're on this grind to 75,000 subscribers. My name is Zakashi, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one, man.